Good morning, friends. Steve here. Still Steve. And I'm in the middle of working with some energetics that I became aware of this morning. And I'm going to probably read from a post that I was writing these things I was noticing as I was noticing them. So I'm going to jump to that post right now. And so I woke today feeling as if I was having an allergic reaction. And I went upstairs and I listened to my wife as she discussed her idea of flying to visit her dad a week earlier than planned and being away for 5 weeks instead of 4. So she asked me to pull tarot cards for her and helping her to get clarity on her choices. And as I was speaking with her, I noticed that she was projecting her thoughts onto me, or it felt like she was projecting her thoughts onto me. And I began to feel uncomfortable, as I often do when that happens with anyone. And I remembered Thomas speaking about the importance of noticing when we begin to feel an irritation. And I was able to mention to her, and this is a change, that it felt like she wasn't listening to what I was saying and was projecting her ideas onto me as if they were mine. And they aren't. This was very useful and a beginning of having more transparent communications, because I do this, and this is off the page, but I do this, and you may do this also. Perceive the person not from who they are and what they're saying, but from our idea of them. And this frequently happens when one is with family, where there's all these projections of who another is or ought to be, or there's all those things that go on within families. So it was very useful and a beginning of having more transparent communication, which is, if we want to know how another person is doing, we ask them and then we listen. And then we don't project, we don't try to fix them or project our ideas on them. So I've been practicing this for a year and a half at least. So it helped me to think of a friend's description of her irritable bowel. Lately, in sessions with my clients, I've noticed a pattern of contraction in the solar plexus, just below the sternum. And the solar plexus is also known as the celiac plexus and is related to digestion as well as other things. So all these relationships are appearing related to the digestive system being shut down when we are in fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. Or just fawn is just trying to please those around us so they don't get upset. Now, with all the rapid changes going on in the world and our need to slow down and digest between data meals, I decided to take the time to sit in the sauna without the heat on and just be present and notice where I am holding tension and breathe. I did read my friend's comment this morning and it felt right. I am following my intuition or my gut. And lastly, in my neurolinguistic programming training back in the late 80s and early 90s, we had a session involving our gut sensing. And when I got a yes about something, my whole system would relax. And when it was a no, my whole system would contract. So I feel my friend is really onto something by exploring these ideas and noticing what happens. And I feel on a similar trajectory right now. And it causes me to remember to breathe. So waking up today having some allergic symptoms, which I'm feeling as irritations, energetic irritations. I'm aware that these irritations seem to be related to others projecting their ideas about me onto me and how my body reacts when that happens. And I'm feeling it right now. That wasn't written in there, but I am feeling it right now. I'm feeling my contraction about others projecting their ideas about me onto me and how my body reacts when that happens. I'm feeling certain reactions right now, such as tightness of chest and throat, skin irritability, achiness in the back of my neck, tightness of my shoulders and arms, and an overall feeling of holding back. And that helps me feel that my back is also tight. So an overall feeling of holding back, and then that brings my awareness that my back is tight or holding back. I'm feeling fight, flight responses. Feeling them right now. So I'll look later at how my face looks when I'm feeling my fight, flight response, and I'll pay attention. But I'm also staying with them as opposed to trying to decrease the awareness of the fight or flight, which has often been through eating or drinking. I'm just sitting and noticing and appreciating what I am learning from Thomas Hübl and my practice community about safety, trust, belonging, self-expression, noticing what is, and breathing through it all with awareness of awareness, ever increasing. Now, as my nerve system is calming through presence and breath, I will turn on another Thomas video and continue being more present. Thank you. And then I wrote, it's not the absence of challenges that creates the paradise I want to live in. It is the skillful inclusion of challenges. It is the learning the growing, the evolution, because I face those challenges differently. And that's a quote from Thomas Hübl. And I'll put the video that quote came from. It's a YouTube video that you can watch, and I'm going back to watching it as soon as I complete this video. And so that video feels complete, and it's going to be under 11 minutes, which is very useful, I feel, in getting more succinct with healing, with the idea that healing can be gentle and easy, and it doesn't have to take how long it used to take in the past. It can go much faster now, and we're becoming more aware and more present, and aware when we're contracting and aware when we're relaxing. And that makes a huge difference. And that's it for now. Bye.